Akasa Air addresses the pilot crisis head-on. Acknowledging industry-wide pilot shortages, the airline reveals a robust 10-year plan for training, partnerships and a cadet program in the works. In a statement issued by Akasa Air, the CEO Vinay Dube of Akasa Air announces the airline's designation as an international scheduled operator by the Aviation Ministry, that's the MoCA, aiming to commence international operations by year end. My colleague Sameer Dikshit is joining in with more details. Good morning, Sameer. What are you picking up?
India's newest airline, Akasa Air, is going through a deep state of crisis, and this is all because that more than 40 of its pilots have left the airline and probably have joined the rival airline, which is Air India Express. Now, Akasa Air has approached Bombay High Court as well as Delhi High Court and has sought urgent intervention into this entire case. In its appeal, Akasa Air has mentioned that stay has to be issued so that the pilots which have abruptly left the they serve the mandatory 6-month period. Akasa Air has mentioned that this 6-month period of the service, the notice period which has to be served is mandatory, and that pilots are not serving, and because of which there has to be a stay order, and which will help the airline to maintain its operations smoothly. Not just this, in the meanwhile, Akasa Air CEO Vinay Dube has written a letter to employees and mentioned that during July till September, the flights were disrupted immensely. What we are getting to know from our sources that more than 1,000 flights have been cancelled of Akasa Air because of this pilot crisis, because of number of pilots leaving the Akasa Air and now going to some other airline. And not just this, not just during the July till September, it is very likely that this flight disruption or the cancellation of flight may continue further, because in the letter written by CEO, it is mentioned that now airline is looking to rework the entire network operations. And this simply means that the impact will be seen for as well, and especially during the festive period. In addition to this, the airline in its official statement has mentioned that though this problem is there, but airline is working with the key stakeholders like Boeing to have a pilot training program. A set of pilots will be ready very soon to serve 30 of its aircraft, but this problem will be overcome once the new set of pilots are being inducted into the airline. In addition to this, the airline has shown its commitment to start the international flying operations before the end of this year. Akasa Air has mentioned that they have got the designation of international scheduled operator from the Ministry of Civil Aviation, and they will soon start flying the international flights as well. Also, Akasa Air has reaffirmed that they are going to place a 3-digit aircraft order by the end of this year, and this will reflect that the airline is growing and expanding as was the